Okay, for Cancer, what do we have coming in for Cancer? February 1st through 15th, 2024. For Cancer, please. High Priestess. I heard there's something happening here. You know, I've been playing with these grounding stones all day because it does feel like something's happening. 10 of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the Page. So we have a long-term situation, whether you've been with this person for a long time or that you just have known them for a long time. The masculine in this is extremely grounded. They are literally sitting on a log of their 10 of Pentacles, but they come with the Hermit card. They could have more than one option coming at them, and that can be if they're, you know, settled in a relationship, that could be job options or hobby options or things to do options coming at them, or if they're a single person and they're comfortable with that, they have people coming at them. But you have all of this, all these books right here. And the books to me are relevant because it indicates a lot of knowledge or a lot of past experience, or let's see. Tell me about the Page of Swords. Page of Swords is news. It could be the thing that gets them to stop being a hermit. But if this is the feminine in the relationship, she is, whoa, probably off balance because I flung the grounding stone and because the ocean here is a lot. And it could just be that you're feeling some kind of change. She's just standing there watching this masculine be a hermit, letting options pass them by. Tell me about the Page, though, because that is the news. And they're standing on a lot of knowledge. Unexpected. Marriage. I just saw the Falcon. You have the pregnancy card here, but that's probably one of these options. And family. This person very well could already have children with this High Priestess. But it feels like there is one person in one way or another who has stood the test of time with this particular 10 of Pentacles. With all these books and all of this time. How many books are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You could have been with this person on and off for up to 14 years. But they have, I don't know, it feels like a realization within the masculine that there is somebody there who's always had their back and they've maybe been ignoring them. Or this, why has this masculine been in such heavy hermit place? Then following the gnosis, that's the white wolf. Curiouser and curiouser. Well, the white wolf is gnosis. They kind of show up when they should, or maybe they were just trying to find a higher version of themselves. Have you ever seen a person that's just totally vibing and you're like, what in the world are you over there thinking about? But it feels like they've been thinking about a lot. They've been thinking about life and what it means and all of these books and this family grounded dynamic. And this feminine is just trying to keep calm and handle the situation when she realizes that she's standing in the middle of a hurricane. But none of this feels bad. It just feels like time is passing by and this particular masculine is on autopilot. They are... I don't know how else to explain that a person is on autopilot other than there they are on autopilot. See, and here you have again with this compass and these tracks lead directly forward. Maybe this is just them, this masculine here, making a plan. And you have this contemplation mode. This high priestess is probably the one who makes the plans, sees the future, does the oracle work, knows the things. But now you have this moment where the masculine goes into that mode and she feels it, but she's just standing there like, it's fine, I've got my grounding stones, everything's fine, this is fine, everything's fine. But it's just because she can see the wheels moving inside of this masculine because, yeah, Tower, they're unexpectedly changing things. They're unexpectedly, I don't know. I mean, you have to picture, have you ever in real life been sitting around someone and just noticed that they were like staring out a window or in deep contemplation mode? And it might make this person nervous because you're like, what are you over there fucking thinking about? But these are all good things. They're thinking about marriage and being grounded, and the stork, which talks about renewing and moving and change. And they're sitting here very solid and firm on this 10 of Pentacles, doing a check of who's always been there for them and what it means to move forward. And family and the lovers, that's my point. It's like they are choosing togetherness, a deep commitment. They've already had so much, I mean, at least a decade worth of experience with this person. And it's always been good and positive. It's always been grounded and family-like and commitment-like. And it feels like home. It feels like home to me. Maybe they're just realizing where home is. I mean, if I could title that, that's probably what I would title that. Tell me about the options that are coming towards this masculine while they're in hermit mode. There's 2 ships. Tower. Family is 1. And the ending of another. See, and she's got her back turned. And that's the change. There could have been other dynamics around. It feels like what's happening is that while this masculine is in contemplation mode, that they're pinpointing the way that they need to go. And I keep seeing the stupid third party card and the fox. Oh. I just dropped all my cards. Third party. Third party just could be influence of other people. All right, so tell me about the way. Because they are going some way. They feel strongly like they should be going that way. The world. It means everything to them. Moving in this direction, it feels like the right thing to do. 2 of Cups. Shut up. That's exactly my point. I just don't... What is the feelings of the High Priestess? Because she's like... Doesn't that look like she's trying to hold on for dear life right there? 5 of Pentacles. That is my whole entire point. So if you're the feminine in this, calm your tits. Because this masculine is thinking... You just might be lonely. Because she is... Look at all that energy, and then look at this energy. This could be you as the feminine needing to just surround yourself with grounding type energy, because this 5 of Pentacles feeling is going to creep up, because it's like, have you ever sat in a room next to like an air sign or something and they are in a different planet in their mind and you're like, bro, are you with us? They're not. They're really thinking about what all of this means and what they want. Tell me about the woman there that they have to leave behind. Who's that? The crone. They could be older. This woman, 49, 50, something like that. This is the past. They can no longer like have children or something like that. 9 of Pentacles. They've been single from this person for a long time. At least a year. Or 9 months at least. The Emperor, the Devil, and 10 of Swords. And they're realizing, the Emperor, the Devil, and the 10 of Swords, they're realizing that this particular woman up here in their life, in their past, whoever they were, the reason that the coffin, the death card comes out with them is because they also come out with the Devil, meaning that was probably a karmic past situation and it just needs to be done and over with. And that and I want to go back to the part where they were talking about what feels like home, what feels good, what feels like peace. Death. And it feels like they're just gonna, maybe that's why they're so quiet. Because they are in their mind ending a past life that was in this life. They're letting go entirely in order to move forward in this. And she's just standing there trying to brace herself because she doesn't understand why this Emperor has gone silent in the room with her, but they're just in their head trying to sort out things. It feels like sorting out another life. And that it's important to do that. All right. So let's go to the extended and see, because it looks like they make their choice. But she is bracing herself for when this information comes in, because clearly they're going to make some kind of move after they think about it. All right. Private readings at betwixt.me, and the link is in the box below. Bye. Okay, for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, cross watchers, hello. Links for the extended are in the box below. This is for February 1st through 15th. And if you're looking for a private reading, you can get at me on betwixt.me. The Emperor. So there's a fella in the life of Pisces, or this is Pisces, that is a man with a mission. I didn't even get any more cards out. It's almost like this person is saying, you don't even need any other cards. I've got this. That is Jon Snow, King of the North. All right. I've got this. I kind of just want to put him front and center right there. 8 of coins. Working hard. Queen of Spears and the Hermit. But it's like they go, she could be a raven, okay? Extremely insightful. Action taking as well, because she's coming as the Queen of Rods. But it feels like this is a, don't you worry your pretty little head. Don't you worry about a thing. Whoa, and a card just flung. Justice. This is honor and duty and justice. And it feels like, get out of the way. I'm taking charge. And I feel like the energy that's coming from this masculine feels like they are doing the right thing. They're trying to make wishes come true. 9 of Cups. They know, they have all this knowledge, all these years of experience, maybe up to 9 years of experience or more or less with this person. And it feels like, get out of the way. But it feels like they're doing it. You know, that's Ned Stark, right? That's the most honorable man in the 7 kingdoms. And except their way about doing it is very much like, don't you worry your pretty little head. I'm going to take care of everything. And then they don't give any insight. And she's a queen herself. And she's like, well, you know, I would like to be included. Tell me what's going on. And they're like, don't worry about it. I got this. And she's, I mean, the way she's sitting, okay, that makes me believe she's sitting, waiting patiently. And then you have the 8 of coins, but it almost feels like maybe waiting too long, or it could be that the wait is making them uncomfortable. And something just, some alarm just went off somewhere. Four Swords. Four Swords is healing. Just wait a minute. I just had like a whole bunch of epiphanies that I didn't mean to have. You have the Two of Cups here, and the Two of Cups talks about togetherness. I am yours, and you are mine, and all of the things as they should be. I am yours and you are mine from today until the end of our whatever blah. I'm draining the message at this point. The masculine is taking over. And intuitively speaking, she's sitting there being patient about it. But at the same time, it's like you get it that this is my life too, right? Like I'm involved in this. Tell me about her feelings. See what I'm saying? They're like, you just be in this cage. I've got you. And they try to like take the key and she's like, nope. It feels a little bit like taking back your independence. You have the change of seasons here. This card is pretty. But this doesn't have to be a bad thing. And especially because you have 6 of Cups right here. This could be something from the, you know, from your, I don't know why I said 6 of Cups. It's called Treasured Memories. It's something, maybe it's a way of being from the past where it was like, okay, well, I'll just sit here then while you handle it. But I think the reason I'm saying it doesn't have to be a bad thing is because it feels like if you're going, this Emperor is taking charge and trying to make all of her dreams come true. But I mean, it's his too, I'm sure. That's why he's so passionate about it. But kind of leaving her out of it a little bit. And I think at some point, it's going to be necessary for her to say something. There's my Oracle cards are in here. Only because it's like, don't forget it that I'm involved in this too. Maybe they just, it's like the Emperor wants to take care of everything except this, I was going to say the Empress, right? But that's the Queen of Rods. She wants to be involved in her own life too. It doesn't feel like a battle or anything like that. It just feels like she's sitting patiently waiting, and this is the thought process going. It's like, it almost feels like she's like, you get it that I'm freaking Daenerys Stormborn, rightful heir to the 7 kingdoms and breaker of chains and shit. I have dragons. You get it that I don't have to just sit here. I can help. That's what it feels like. You get it that I can help, right? And they're very Emperor. I don't want you to. Move. No. Swans. That's adorable. They're obsessed with you. Don't worry about that. Diamond ring. This is their strategy. Right? The Falcon. They want you to know that they're the one and they're going to take care of everything and you don't have to worry your pretty little head. At all. Fuck your dragons. Go feed them something and watch Netflix with them. It's adorable, but at the same time, it is, you see what I'm saying? You have the Celtic knot there. It's unconditional love, and it's an aha moment I think maybe she gets it, because this feminine might have a moment where they're like, what the like, I feel trapped. Why are you trying to keep me in a cage? Why won't you let me help with my own life? And it's not, this is not like a controlling bad man. This is someone who is running around like the king of the north, trying to take care of everything, and they just want you to be comfortable. Just sit down. And I don't think she wants to sit down. And so with this judgment card here, you have this like, okay, well, quite clearly there needs to be a conversation or a rebirth, because it's not necessarily that she's unhappy. It's more that you get it, that you're going to wear yourself out. It's very loving. Back and forth. He wants her to be comfortable and she doesn't want him to take on all the burden. It's just, it feels like he's a grizzly bear about it. Protective, but like an emperor. Like Giant's Bane, okay? He's a beast of a man and needs to settle down, because it's sweet. It feels sweet. It feels like a sweet conversation. It feels like it's kind of probably long overdue, but it also feels like they're fierce and wild, and it's determined. I'm draining the message at this point. Do you get it? They're extra in the name of love. And she wants to be able to have more of a say-so, and they just kind of run around in circles, making sure that she doesn't have to do anything, and it makes her bored, I guess, or I don't know. They need to talk about it, and so they will. All right, let's go to the extended and see what happens after this, because once there's a balance, right? So, listen, if this feminine sits down and stays over there like they want her to, everything is going to get taken care of anyways. So you can't really go wrong in this situation, but I'm curious to see what happens if they're going to let her step in and kind of be a part of any of the decision making, because if this is something that's just now starting and you guys are just now moving into a place of justice and you're already feeling trapped and uncomfortable, a conversation needs to be had. And none of this has to be nasty. Sometimes grown-ups have to have conversations in order to coexist. All right, so let's see what happens with that. The link for the extended is in the box below. And private readings are at betwixt.me. Okay, for Scorpio, February 1st to 15th, what do we have coming in for Scorpio? As always, the link for the extended is in the box below, and private readings are at betwixt.me. The Empress, front and center. This is either a Scorpio Empress, or if I'm reading for the masculine Scorpio, the Empress is on their mind. But it's like they're maybe not together. I heard somewhere out there. Maybe they miss somebody. Maybe they're dreaming about somebody. The Two of Wands to me is typically a decision, but somebody could be sitting by themselves in like an old farmhouse, or maybe the roof, there's something wrong with the roof, or maybe they're sitting outside. This person probably thinks about the Empress when they look at the moon, but there is a decision to be had about the Empress. And there's a hidden card under here, but she's got a lockdown on the house. That is, you shall not pass. That is a lot of locks on that gate. That is, the look on her face is, don't try me. But she is all kinds of put together, and she has an absolute hold or lockdown or whatever on the house. And I don't know what that means. A house in Lenormand or symbolism typically talks about house, hearth, home, foundation, the security, the home base, the place that you would, I guess, call home. And I think I just got that for Cancer too. What's the hidden card? Oh, that is a King of Cups that is all kinds of emotional. It feels like there's opportunities passing them by, but look at them looking at that one opportunity. It's a heck of a lot smaller than the one that's passing them by. And there's all these birds. The masculine could have long hair. That could be salt and pepper. But they're looking at an opportunity and letting a much bigger, fuller opportunity pass them by. And it feels like there's something about the moon that makes that. This is I miss this Empress, or the Empress is wherever you are in this. But some person is got there's locks all over this place. You shall not pass. You cannot enter. And it's making this person emotional, but it looks like there's more than one opportunity. And they're looking at this little opportunity. And they're looking at it like, it's almost like, why am I holding on to this when there's a much bigger opportunity passing by? It feels like an overwhelming, I miss them. The Emperor, stop. This Emperor probably has long hair. The bottom of the deck is the Ten of Cups. And so in one way or another, this Empress, this is a pair that is separated. And this Empress is got her boundaries up, got a lockdown on the house. You shall not pass. I keep trying to cover up the fact that she is pregnant. And that could just mean that there are children involved, or that they want to have a child, but she holds the crown in her hand. It's probably her empire. But he's an emperor, so he brings his own to the table. And you have this Ten of Cups here, and this is probably the situation that makes this emperor most happy. It is a Ten of Cups situation. First, let's talk about why there's a separation and why we're feeling like looking at the moon. I just smelled somebody's fireplace burning somewhere in the neighborhood, but it just smells like home. They could smell something and get overwhelmed. This Emperor could be really, really psychic, and they don't realize that the things that they see and touch, and like they're watching the Matrix move, and it's because they're a full-on raven and they're getting signs and synchronicities about this particular Empress. Why is there a separation? What is with the separation? There is communication issues. Things are not said. And one of the people here spend a lot of time in daydreaming land, the moon place, unsure or thinking that something is whatever. And then right there is that unexpected, the Fool. It's like unexpectedly out of nowhere. It's overwhelming. I miss you. Overwhelming need to have a new start. To return. That's my point. I asked why there is a separation and the whole problem is communication issues. And that feels really stupid to not have a connection because people don't know how to talk to each other. It feels like a really simple fix, but at least for this Emperor, it's a much bigger deal. Like maybe they just think it can't work because you can't talk to each other or something like that. Tell me about the smaller option. That they're like, why am I even holding on to this smaller option? What is it that seems, they're holding on to it hard. And they're looking at it. It's something that's been developing over time. It's family. Wow, the family is the small stuff to them. What's the bigger opportunity that's passing them by? Fun. Seriously? Fun. And they are overwhelmed with guilt. Maybe the fun boat, okay, that they're letting pass them by it is a lot of joy. And it's like it's the big party ship. It's the cruise ship that everybody wants to be on, and there's collaboration, and it's peaceful and whatever. But if it was so peaceful and it was so much fun, why are they such an emotional wreck? And it's like they've picked up this boat, and it's like it might be smaller. Look at how they're looking at it. Like, it's almost like, what am I doing? It's their own small little world. It's like either be in their own small little world or be in this bigger, in the joy boat. But like I said, at some point there's an overwhelming need to return. That's probably why they're picking it up and looking at it so hard. Tell me about why this Empress here has this whole thing on lockdown. The island. They're estranged. They're standoffish. They are lonely, mad. She's true north, and she probably knows what true north is, and she's like, let me tell you something. True north is not on the party boat. I don't care how big it is or how many slides is on it. That's not an empire. That is fun, and it's like it can be fun here too, but she's not interested in fun. She's interested in true north. She's interested in moving forward. She's interested in the victory, and she's interested in success. That's why she looks all fancy and has this beautiful, things are colorful and clean and sparkly, and she has completely taken over and been successful in this empire by herself. But she's the fucking bride. It seems like she's carefree at this point, but she's not. What are her true feelings about this emperor? What does she really feel? She probably thinks they're with somebody else. What are her true feelings? That they want to be alone. That they're independent. That they are imposing and powerful. And that they are... Both of these people think that the other person doesn't give a shit. And that's exactly my point. Because I was like, what is wrong with this relationship? And it talks about communication. And right there you have the freaking cross. Like, this relationship is your destiny. What are you doing? So, you know, 10 minutes into it, long story short, it boils down to the fact where at some point or other, this masculine gets overwhelmed with missing this Empress. And they take a long, hard look at what it is that they're doing here. And if you notice, it looks like they make a passage. They make an opening for this to pass them by. And it's almost like they pick up this ship, this relationship, out of this storm. Coming in at the last minute, Saved by the Bell, all of the keywords that everyone loves. All right, tell me about the moment where they realize they have this overwhelming I miss you moment. The Hierophant and Strength. There's a visit. So this Hierophant comes in, and all of these people gather around the Hierophant to see what he has to say. And I don't want to say they like worship him, but it's like he comes into this place and it's like overshowering with love. Maybe they're realizing that whoever is in the ship misses him too. And then he sees this woman and she's got all these critters around, but everything is in place. Everything is in order. She has totally empressed out. Maybe she needed a little bit of time by herself to make that happen. Maybe the communication was so bad that it was like stealing her Empress light or whatever, and she just kind of let everything go to shit. And then there's been some time apart, and now she has come back. Major comeback. I keep getting this like instance of this person walking into an old house, or like getting back on the old ship just to to visit or whatever, and it is spotless and shiny, and it feels like a perfect home. It feels cozy. It feels perfect, and it feels like, why am I not here? Seven of Swords. And then I feel like I get overwhelmed with, what am I doing? Tell me about the Seven of Swords. Priestess of Wands. Temperance. Because while we're having this moment, okay, there is another, the party ship, okay, starts to beckon this one. Hey, come and jump on the party ship with us. It feels like several people, come do this, come do that, come be on the party ship, and it's really, 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 really tempting. Like, this fox can just jump right over and have any of these hens that he possibly wants. But and then they like look over at this Empress, and she's sitting there completely fine. It feels like, have a good time. And this masculine's like, it's almost like, wait, you don't care? You're not bothered? You don't... And then it's like, then she goes into this mode. See ya. And she's totally fine. And this masculine is like, wait a damn minute. I could be totally fine too here with it. What do they say when they get their little invite? It feels like right in front of her. There's that invite. Come hang out on the party ship. Communication, we know that. But there's that family. Libra could be involved, and that's the look of, I see what you're doing. In the marriage, and the raven, it's like, and it's like the raven is showing you this is your opportunity, and right there's the opportunity. And this, what do they do? Because it looks like that is the right thing to do. The Empress. It's like they want to spend some time giving this Empress what she wants. It's like, if the communication is bad and I miss them bad, what if I spend some time focusing on this? What if I took this opportunity? What if I have a different perspective about this? I think the fact that she doesn't care, she might care, but the fact that she is like, okay, see ya. They're like, it might even be that they kind of like it that she's got these boundaries up, because they think that it's because, like, whatever, they love me, they'll always let me back in. But the way that she behaves just shows them that they have fucked up. And I think that it makes them stop what they're doing right then and there. And that's when this passage to let the party ship go. It feels like they have to let it go. All right, let's go to the extended and see what happens. Link for that's in the box below. And private readings are at betwixt.me.
Bring it back.